Hi, my name is Justin Torres, and this is my week 4 video, the beta video for mobile game design. This week we had to do a couple things, including animations, GUI, a couple menu option type things, and a win or lose condition. So my app still, for the most part, looks the same. I can go in, and I did look back at the feedback that I was given, seeing how when the game starts, I don't know if you could see that when you first start, but if I go back, go in, he lands and wobbles a bit. So if I were to just have dropped him right away, you see how he wobbles, he would have fallen over. In the future, I'm gonna probably just make it so that he doesn't show up on the little platform and he shows up on the bottom like was suggested. But for now, we can go back and start over. The game has, as you can already see, the game has this start, pause, and play, and the pause and play was requested, but I just put the exit, so there's a good way to just get out the game if you want. But pause and play do what is suggested, and they pause and play the game. So if I do this, I wait for one to start falling, I can pause, and it'll pause the game currently where it is. If I press play, it'll keep going. I do notice another bug that was pointed out by the teacher, saying that if I were to click the button, like click play and it continues, I will walk to the right. So say I'm walking to the left, oh well, I already ended the game. But say I'm walking to the left and I press pause, I press play, it'll start walking to the right automatically. That is a bug that I'm going to fix by just making it a separate UI, but that's going to be in the next submission. For the win-lose condition, as you already just saw, if you're able to dodge all 3 red stick men, and then that's pretty much the way you win the game. If you get hit by one, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to get here before it falls, nope. But if you dodge all of them, you see a little U1, the game ends, you can go in, start again, and now if I go here and get hit by the first one, you'll hear a little noise, which I was supposed to add an animation to it, which I did not get to because of time constraints, but you see that you lost, you realize that you lost, you see you don't see the animation, you hear the sound, but the win and lose condition is there. The only other things that I think were for this week's requirements was the animation, which, as you can see, here's an example of the bug of him falling over, but going back, if I make him land on the floor, you'll see him moving left and right. For whatever reason, I had a bug that the animation sprite sheet that I was using would load a red stickman for whatever reason in one of the frames. I don't know why. I don't know if I was having a problem with Texture Packer, but it was a problem I had. And it just couldn't be fixed, even though I kept remaking the atlas for the sprite sheet. But I'm assuming it's because of it was loading some older stickman thing that I was testing earlier where I did use a red stickman, but I didn't use it in that position, but that's besides the point. The device sizing was, I believe, the last one, and like I saw in the grade that I got, everything was handled properly, and I did set it to aspect fit, I believe, which makes it so that it scales nicer with the larger devices. We're not going to be showing that here because that will add extra unnecessary time, but I think that's about it for this video. And let me just make sure. Yep, and that concludes.